Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. As always, you're joined by Tricky, and it's another solo episode. And this season, I know I keep saying it, but this season isn't real. Like some of the performances we are getting, and we're getting close to finals, and that means it's really exciting what we could be witnessing coming into finals. And I can't wait. But it's just been an amazing season. Yeah, it's just been an amazing season, really, and wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it, but I wouldn't change any way how this season's gone is what I'm trying to say, because this is probably the greatest season I've ever personally witnessed. Even though my beloved Magpies are not going to go back-to-back, because people keep saying it's mathematically possible to make the finals, but I'm already facing it. After we lost to Sydney, we're not making the 8. So, but without further ado, let's get into the round. So we started off the Friday night with Essendon v Sydney 8-11-59. Essendon were defeated by Sydney 15-8-98. Martin was the leading goalkeeper for the Bombers with 3. Heaney and Parker and Haywood all kicked 3, while Campbell and Amati kicked 2 each. To go along with his 3 goals, Nick Martin was superb with 32 disposals at 88% efficiency. Caldwell continued his strong year with 31 and 5 clearances. On for the Swans, it was Mills after a couple of weeks back in the side after his mishap pre-season with the shoulder. He had 26 disposals at 88% efficiency, playing off that half back line majority of the time. Got on 8 marks and 10 intercepts. Goulden had 25, 6 clearances, 4 goal assists as well. He took in that centre bounce game, taking over Chad Warner, who didn't play on the weekend or Friday night. So he took over Chad Warner's role in there. Other players were Florent was good also with 23 disposals, a goal going at 83% efficiency. But the thing I learned is Luke Parker is proving to be an influential performer as a forward late in the season, and he's doing it when it really matters. So on the weekend, he had 3 goals going with 15 disposals. And not just that, if the game is on the line, you can chuck him in the midfield and he's going to put his head over the ball and just go hard as a cat's head. But not just that, every time he's going forward and he's kicking goals. So he's proven a real threat, and it's the right amount of time. Could he be the September performer for the Sydney Swans? Then we moved over to Saturday, and it was probably a disappointing performance for the Gold Coast Suns, who went down to Melbourne by 54 points, 63 to 117. King, Flanders, and Witts kicked 2 for the Suns. Turner kicked 4. Good performance by him. Van Rooyen and Petty, the 2 tools, kicked 3. Viney and Melksham both kicked 2. Anderson, as he always does at home, at 33 and 722 metres gain. Flanders had 28 and 2 goals. And Miller also had 28 and 7 clearances for the Suns. Langdon just had a ball on the string on the wing out there. 37 disposals, 10 marks, and a goal. Rivers was also good with 30 disposals, 6 clearances, and 7 scorers. It's been very good since moving from that half-back line into the midfield in the absence of Christian Petrarca. And Viney wind back the clock and just tore him a new one with 30 disposals, 2 goals, 9 clearances, and 10 tackles. He was superb. The thing that I learnt was Jack Viney still got it now. There's talks about him possibly going to North Melbourne. His dad, Todd Viney, is an assistant coach over there with Alistair Clarkson. But Jack Viney still got it, and I don't see him really going anywhere. The other game at the same time on the Saturday was, or was it maybe the 3 o'clock? No, I believe it was the same time. GWS v Fremantle at NG Stadium, and it was the Giants getting it done by 9 points. Hogan kicked 6 and Daniels 3 and Green 2. Frederick kicked 3 while Sarong, Sturt and Voss all kicked 2 for the Dockers. Brayshaw had it on a string with 41 and 9 clearances, while Sarong also had 24 to go on with his 2 goals. Green 2 goals and 10 clearances. Sorry. Green had his most disposals in his career so far. Tom Green, that is, with 40, 23 of them being contested, 13 clearances, 5 tackles and 9 score involvements. Now, this is the Tom Green that I've been asking for. Not necessarily the 40 disposals, but getting involved with the clearances. 13 clearances is exactly the type of game we want. All he needs is that 7+ clearance game, and I think that's how much of a damaging player he is. He's clean below his feet. He rarely fumbles, so that's how much of an impact player he could be. Was becoming an accumulator for a little bit of time, but He's really bounced back, I think. Daniels, geez, isn't he having a season? Brent Daniels, isn't he having a season? 29 to go on with 3 goals, 7 clearances, 13 tackles, 2 goals, and 11 score involvements. He's having an unreal season. Possibly could go into consideration for All-Australian. He should at least make the squad. Whitfield just doing what Whitfield does as well. Had 27 to go along with 11 marks and 6 intercepts. The thing I learned is Brett Daniels is a real spark for the GWS Giants, as I mentioned, down there in their forward line, but can also go through the midfield, tackles hard, laying the 13 tackles, had 7 clearances. He can do it all. So Toby Green probably bit down on form. Brett Daniels is the one being that live wire in the forward line and that X factor, but also Jesse Hogan is in some ridiculous form. The other game was Collingwood v Brisbane at the MCG. It was Collingwood getting the job done by 1 point. 11-30-79 defeated Brisbane 11-12-78. Brisbane would hate Collingwood at the moment, how they keep getting it done in small margins. Nick Dacos, Schultz, McStay, and McQuarrie all kicked 2 for the Pies. Danaher kicked 4 for the Lions. Lohman and Neal both kicked 2. Josh Dacos, who in the last month to 6 weeks, has moved to the half-back line, had 26 disposals with 9 marks, 502 metres gained. Still Sidebottom and made a move into the centre square, more of a centre square game from him in the midfield. Had 26 goals and 6 clearances, and Nick Dacos had 25 goals with 2 goals. Dunkley had 27. Ashcroft is just starting to find his feet now since coming back from the injury. I want to say ACL, 26. McCluggage also had 26 going with 7 clearances, and Zorko played a bit more inside as well, but had 26 to go along with 7 clearances. The thing that I've learned is, have we been a bit too harsh on Lockie Schultz? Kicked 2 crucial late goals and was the real live wire in that last quarter. I know I've used that word a lot and I do apologise. But he was the real reason that the Pies really came late. Some of those 2 goals were pure class. And I don't know, have we been too hard on him? So let's just pull up, let's just say Jack Ginnivan is probably having a more influential season. But if we pull up the amount of goals he has kicked, I'm going to be the one to say I've been very hard on Lockie Schultz too. But I think recently he's starting to find some form. So if we go to go, he's hit the 24 goals. Last year he kicked, 24 goals from 19 matches. Last year he kicked 33 from 23. So are we being a bit harsh on Lockie Schultz and expecting much of him when really his highest season of goals kicked is 33 and a 30. And he's kicked 24. So is that just all we were expecting? I don't know. Maybe it's because of those Derby medals. Everyone expected high expectations from him. I don't know. But we moved over to Saturday night, and it was the showdown. And geez. So wasn't this a big game and a bit fiery, wasn't it? Port Adelaide getting the job done over Adelaide by 22 points, 11-40, 80 defeated, 8-10, 58. Some goal kickers, Burn Jones, Frankie Evans, Rioli and Horn Francis, all the 2. Fogarty and Rankin kicked 2 for the Crows. Zach Butters, who took home the best on ground showdown medal, had 42 to go along with, sorry guys, I'll just check if the camera is still, we'll probably just fix that camera up a little bit for the YouTube viewers. Pardon me, as I just fixed up the viewers for the YouTube view, and when I'm not going to cut it out, it will just be raw. Just a bit more pleasant for the YouTube viewers, because I know there's a lot more coming on now, especially with these shorter clips episodes. But so as I was saying, Zach Butters took home the showdown medal, having the most disposals ever in a showdown game with 42 disposals, 10 clearances, a goal, 10 score involvements, and 748 metres gained. Rosie also had 28 with 9 clearances, 662 metres gained, and Wines 26 with 7 clearances and 8 tackles. Leading the way for the Crows was Matt Crouch with 29 and 8 tackles. Dawson, the skipper, had 26, 5 clearances and 11 tackles. Laird had 24. The talking point for this is, I'm down to say this is the biggest rivalry in the AFL, the showdown. They hate each other, and especially had Josh Rochelle came on early in the week saying the Port fans had no teeth, then kicked their goal in the second quarter, then went to the Port fans and showed the teeth. This is the biggest rivalry in it, and Matty Nix and Ken Hinkley shared some words after the siren, so excuse me. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this keeps going forward. Adelaide had the upper hand had won the last three, so Port's come out and done that. And I'm interested to see how much damage Port can do in the finals. St Kilda versus Geelong, and wasn't this a surprising outcome? It was St Kilda getting the job done over Geelong by 18 points, 16-11, 107 defeated, 14-5, 89. Jack Higgins kicked 3, while Darcy Wilson, Steele, and Owens and Sharman all kicked 2. Jeremy Cameron kicked 3 for the Cats, while Stengel and Manor both kicked 2. Leading the way in disposal count for the Saints was Marshall with 28 to go along with 21 hit-outs, 10 clearances, and a goal. Wilkie from the halfback or centre halfback, 28 disposals, 89% efficiency. That goes with 15 marks and 13 intercepts. Steele also had 27 disposals, 82% efficiency to go on with 2 goals and 10 tackles. Sinclair had 26 with 9 scoring involvements, and Wilson, didn't he have a really good game? 25 disposals, he had 2 goals, 8 scoring involvements, 505 minutes game. Jack Burrows led the way for the Cats, playing more off half-back rather than midfield with 31 disposals, 8 rebound 50s, and 782 metres gain, while Lawson Humphries also at the half-back line at 24 at 92% efficiency. And the Geelong Cats have blown a chance to lock in the top 4 spot. They'll be really disappointed with that because you really want that top 4 spot, especially in this season. I feel it's most critical because anyone can win. Anyone can win on their day. So I just hit the mute button on the mixer. But yeah, anyone can win on their day. So I feel like this is, if any year was to win a top 2 spot, this would be the year. And Geelong have blown that after going down to the Saints of all people, who, although Saints, where has this been all year? That was exciting footy. I don't know why they haven't played like this all season, but this is the St Kilda we need to see, and that was really impressive. And we moved on to Sunday, Western Bulldogs v North Melbourne at Marvel, and it was the Bulldogs getting the job done by 96 points, 2018, 138 defeated the Kangaroos, 6-6-42. Sam Darcy with a big bag of 7 Gs. We'll talk about him in a second. Hugo Hagen kicked 3. Waitman, McRae, Norton, and Richards all kicked 2. Hanson Jr., the only multiple goal kicker for the Kangaroos. Treloar had 33 to continue his magnificent season with 7 tackles and 7 score involvements. Bontempelli, 29 at 83% efficiency, 6 clearances, 5 tackles, 2 goal assists, and 11 score involvements. And a breakout game for I believe first-year player. He's definitely played his first game in this season. Joel Frazier, 29 disposals at 90% efficiency, 13 marks or 7 intercepts from the half-back line. So great game by him. Zach Fisher had 31, 10 rebound 50s. Darius Uniacke continues his great run of form with 36 clearances and 8 marks. Bailey Scott, his consistent form with 26 and 646 metres gains. Sam Darcy put in a statement performance, and this will make the competition a bit scared and wary going forward into the year, just how dominant he can be. He stands at 210 centimetres, I want to say. So he's the size of one of the tallest ruck. If he played ruck, I believe he'd be the tallest ruck, besides Mason Cox. But good luck defending that in years to come, because he's actually stronger than he looks for his muscle and size. So good luck defending that height with years to come. Sam Darcy is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the competition in the years to come. Hawthorn v Richmond, and it was the Hawks getting the job done by 63 points, 19-17, 131, defeating 10-8, 68. Jack Gunston proving he still got it with 5. Deere and Watson with 3 each, and Warple and Dylan Moore with 2. For the Tigers, Bolton kicked 3, and Bolter and Mansell kicking the 2. Newcombe had an outstanding game with 33 disposals, 82% efficiency, 9 clearances, 5 tackles, a goal, 2 goal assists, and 15 score involvements. Warple had 29 to go along with 2 goals, 11 score involvements, and 613 metres gained. Carl Amon just does what Carl Amon does. 26 at 88% efficiency, 8 marks, a goal, and 548 metres gained. Massimo D'Ambrosio continues his outstanding season off the wing and half back at 26% efficiency, 26 disposal at 85% efficiency, 7 marks, 5 intercepts, and 7 score involvements. Short led the way for the Tigers with 29 at 86% efficiency, and Vlosten had another great game with 24 disposal, 92% efficiency, 10 marks, 8 intercepts, and 10 rebound 50s. Question is, are the Hawks the best team, if not the second best team in the competition? They are hitting some outstanding form the last few weeks, and it's the way they're moving. They're young, they're energetic, they've got flair, they love a celebration, and they just love to take the game on. They remind me a bit of, this is going to hurt to say, they remind me a bit of Collingwood, not last year, but the year before when we started to come on. Are Hawthorn, are Hawthorn the best, if not the second best seeded team in the comp at the moment, form-wise? The last game of the round was West Coast v Carlton, and disappointing performance from the Eagles. Carlton get the job done by 65 points down over there at Optus, and undermanned Carlton. 4-10-34. West Coast was defeated by 14-15-99. Waterman, the only multiple goal kicker, with 2 for the Eagles, and for Carlton, defender Brody Kemp went forward in the absence of Charlie Curnow and Harry Mackay and stood up with 4. Matt Always kicked 3, Kennedy 2, and Moyer and Jackson Binns, former guest of the show, kicked their first AFL career goals, so well done to them. Cripps led the way. We'll talk about him in a second, with 35 disposals, 21 of them contested, 80% efficiency, 10 clearances, 8 inside 50s, and 12 score involvements. Hewitt not far behind him with 35, 5 clearances and 10 tackles. Elijah Hollins had 25, 8 score involvements, and Nick Newman had 25 at 84% efficiency, 11 marks, and 645 metres gained. Leading the way for the Eagles was Elliot Yeo, who's had a really good season, other than that bit in the middle where he got injured. He's had a pretty consistent year. 28 disposals, 7 clearances, 9 tackles, and 524 metres gained. Reid had 26, 14 contested, 7 clearances, and 5 tackles, and Andrew Gaff had 25. When the Chits were against them, they weren't even favoured going into the game. Who was it said, boys, jump on my back, I'll take you for a ride and take you for the win? It was a skipper, Paddy Cripps. When the game is there to be won, and when they're the underdogs, the real superstars of the competition stand up. And that's exactly what Paddy Cripps is and what Paddy Cripps did. He could be on his way to winning his second Brownlow. And everyone were like, oh, they're undermanned, Carlton. It's over in Optus. West Coast have to be the favourites. They pretty much got a fully strength side in there. Paddy Cripps just said, boys, come here. Jump on my back. I'll take you for the ride and lead the way with his 35, 21 contested, 10 clearances, and 12 score bombs. So that's just outstanding. And now it's time for the Marty Party 22. Let's go. Yes, it is the Amati Party 22, and we'll reveal the winner from last week. He wasn't leading to start, but he came home like a wet sail, and it is former guest of the show, Mac Andrews. So, well done to. Let's see if I can get this right. No. There we go. Well done to Mac Andrew. Welcome to the side. That's enough now. Now this week, your 2 options are one player, this player kicked a bag of 7. So it was hard to go past Sam Darcy. So Sam Darcy. And the next player is the definition of energized, lifting the team, putting his head over the ball and just going in with no fear. And I think he'd bring that energy back out in a night out too. It's Zach Butters. So there's your 2 options. Sam Darcy, Zach Butters. Get voting on the Instagram story poll when you see it. to see can be the winner coming into the last final rounds. And we'll end the week off with Team of the Week and tips. So just let me pull up the photo. All right. Team of the Week this week. Fullback line, Jeremy Howe, Jacob Wiedering, Nick Newman. Halfback line, Joel Fraser, Callum Wilkie, Jack Bowes. Centre line, Carl Amon, Paddy Cripps, and he can have the captaincy next to him. He well deserves it for this week. And Ed Langdon on the other wing. Half forward line, Brent Daniels, Jesse Horrigan, Nick Martin. Full forward line, Daniel Turner, Sam Darcy, Jack Gunston. It's a very reasonably tall full forward line, but well deserved. Midfield, Tristan Cherry, Zach Butters, and Jai Newcomb. Interchange, Dylan Moore, Brody Kemp, Marcus Bonapelli, and Rowan Marshall. Let me know who I missed out on and who I missed out on and how many of them do you think could make the All-Australian team? So it'll be interesting to see. All right, so let's round off the week with the tips. And it's round 24, last round of the season before finals. So let's get our tips in as we just load the app up now. Okay, here we go. So Friday night, we started the MCG. Melbourne v Collingwood. Now, Melbourne are probably going to want to come out and make more of a statement after the Christian Petrarca news that's been flying around and not wanting to leave them alone. But I'm going to back my boys in the Collingwood Magpies. Saturday, you got Geelong v West Coast at GMHBA. Geelong should get that done comfortably. 2:10 p.m, Richmond and Gold Coast at the G. Going to back the Suns in. Hawthorn and North at Tasmania. Hawks, Brisbane and Essendon at the Gabba. I'm going to go with the Lions. Ooh, excuse me. Sydney v Adelaide at the SCG. Swans. Then we start Sunday at 12:30. Bulldogs v GWS Giants at Mars Stadium in Ballarat. And I'm going to back the Giants in here. I'm liking the way they're going, especially when Jesse Hogan's doing that type of things. Then we got 3:20 p.m. Carlton v St Kilda. I'm going to go with the Blues. And 6:10 p.m. Geez, that's a shocking time. But we got Freo v Port Adelaide at Optus Stadium. Going back to Dockers in at home. That's just about wraps it up here, guys. And I've got but we have a guest coming on for next week. So it'll probably be a double episode drop, recording with a guest on Sunday as we speak. And I'm sure you guys will really enjoy it. I'm really excited for it. And I'm excited to get that episode out for you guys to hear this person's story and just a genuine chat. So, but until then, see you guys next week.